Jack was the kind of person everyone turned to when things went wrong. He was smart, calm, and he always seemed to figure things out. That's why his friends called him Jack the Problem Solver. One sunny morning, Jack was about to head out for work. Then his phone rang. It was his best friend Tom. "Jack, I have locked myself out of my apartment again. Can you help?" Jack smiled. "Hang tight. I'll be right there." He showed up in 10 minutes. Tom looked embarrassed. Jack examined the lock. "Did you try to turn the key back the other way?" Jack asked. Tom shook his head. Jack took the key, gently turned it the opposite direction, and click. The door opened. "Sometimes you just need to think things through," Jack said. Later that day, at work, Jack's manager called him in. "Jack, can you go over this client report? Something doesn't add up." Jack took a deep breath, carefully looked through the documents. After a few minutes, he found a mistake in the numbers. "There we go. I'll sort it out," he said. By lunchtime, everything was fixed. His manager gave him a thumbs up. "You really came through again, Jack." After work, Jack planned to relax, but his sister Emma called. "Jack, the internet went out, and I have an online class in 30 minutes. Okay. Don't panic. I'll drop by and check it out." At Emma's place, Jack unplugged the modem, waited a few seconds, then plugged it back in. Sometimes, you just need to reset things, Jack explained. Within a minute, the internet was back. Emma grinned. "You always figure it out." Just when Jack thought his day was done, his neighbor, Mrs. Green, knocked on his door. "Jack, my groceries spilled all over the street when my bag gave out. Could you help me pick them up?" "Of course," Jack said. Together, they picked up the apples and oranges rolling on the ground and put them back in a new bag Jack found. "Thank you, Jack," Mrs. Green said. "You're always ready to step in." Jack finally sat on his couch, tired but happy. His day had been full of little problems, but he had solved them all. As he looked back, he smiled and thought, sometimes it's not about having all the answers. It's about staying calm, working things out, and being willing to help. One sweltering summer, the old mill, the heart of Oak Haven's economy, sputtered to a halt. Its ancient water wheel, usually a steady churn of progress, lay motionless, Panic rippled through the villagers. The miller, a burly man named Silas, had tried everything. Greasing gears, clearing debris, even a desperate prayer. But nothing. Jack arrived, not with tools, but with a thermos of tea and a notebook. He spent hours, not wrestling with the machinery, but observing. He watched the rivers flow, the angle of the sun, the way a stray leaf drifted past the idle wheel. He spoke to Silas, not about the mill's mechanics, but about its history, its quirks, the sounds it used to make. 2 days later, Jack returned. He pointed to a small, almost invisible crack in the millrace. Water was subtly escaping before it reached the wheel. "It's a tiny leak," he explained calmly, "but enough to reduce the flow. Just below the critical point needed to turn the wheel. Under full load." Silas stared. He had focused on the massive gears, the grand structure, missing the minuscule culprit. With a bit of quick repair work, the mill groaned, then whirred back to life, its water wheel once again singing its song of prosperity. Jack, ever humble, simply sipped his tea. Another problem quietly solved, another not untangled. He was and always would be Oak Haven's indispensable problem solver. Moral of the story: staying calm, observing carefully, and thinking things through can solve even the toughest problems. True problem solvers don't rush, they listen, observe, and help with patience and heart.